Thanks, Jim. Nonprofit organizations here in Austin rely heavily on the United Way.
But now some of those nonprofits are looking for ways to survive after the United Way announced that more than $1 million in cuts were coming. KXAN's Omar Lewis is live in our studio with more on the surprise announcement.
Good evening, Leslie and Robert. The news came late last week that nearly 24 nonprofits here in Austin would lose thousands of dollars each. The United Way says they had no other choice but to cut $1.2 million. Money that went to help everything from education and health care to the elderly. That's now gone.
It's put us in a very awkward position.
For nonprofits here in Austin, the search for funds is on. Angela Atwood with Family Elder Care was one of the 22 agencies hit by a big surprise after United Way decided to cut their donations.
This is a huge hit for our organization.
The agency providing service and in-home care for Austin's rapidly rising senior citizen population. News of the $64,000 funding loss, a tough blow and a shock.
Our contract with United Way was to begin July 1st, and we were notified end of business on July 19th.
Money they had already spent providing services like this.
Have a good day. You too.
Fans for the elderly who in this Texas heat are without AC.
The electric has gone up so high you can't afford the AC.
It's a decision that's affected all kinds of nonprofits. Capital Idea, an agency that works to stop poverty, lost all its funding. So did Meals on Wheels and Austin Group for the Elderly. Others like LifeWorks received a reduction. The United Way says it was forced to make these tough decisions.
Donations to United Way went down, and so with the campaign down, we had to make some really tough decisions that we could no longer sustain funding out of our rainy day fund.
That fund had already been tapped into, covering $3 million in costs. They've also tried other measures like layoffs and pay cuts. Still, it wasn't enough.
It was a really tough decision, but we wanted to focus on where our measurable results were coming from the most, and that was in our education area.
And the United Way says they still have a program in place where those agencies can receive money directly from donors, but they still need more of your donations to stay afloat. Now, to find out how you can help these nonprofits, visit our website at KXAN.com. For now, live in the studio, Omar Lewis, KXAN News.